Department is hosting their National Night Out. Law enforcement shares why the event is so important to them as they serve the community.
Look at this beautiful temperature today. There's not a cloud in the sky, but we will have rain later on in the week. Details coming up. NBC Palm Springs at 5 begins now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. The city of Palm Springs fulfills its settlement payment to Section 14 survivors. That's tonight's top story. The city just announced today it's transferred $5.9 million to the group's legal representatives after a decades-long controversy. The city agreed to the financial commitment in November of last year to descendants and survivors. This after several minority families living in the downtown Palm Springs area in the 1950s and 60s were forcibly removed from their homes. Their houses were then destroyed as the area was redeveloped. The settlement also includes $20 million in affordable housing programs over the next decade, prioritizing Section 14 families. And the city says it also remains committed to building a public memorial and future park to honor the victims as well.
And a local alert this evening. A new drone policy was approved by Riverside County supervisors today. It requires all county-run agencies to create their own set of safety and operational guidelines. Our Alondra Campos breaks down what this new policy means.
From search and rescue missions to surveying wildfires, drones have become a key tool for several Riverside County departments.
We did about a 4-week, 5-week period pilot program, and we handled 238 calls for service. And with that drone being there, we were able to capture 21 suspects.
Now, Riverside County supervisors unanimously approved a new policy known as A76 that will require every county-run agency using drones to establish their own detailed set of regulations and safety guidelines. The new rules would determine when and how drones can be used and require departments to comply with Federal Aviation Administration regulations under Part 107, which set standards for pilot certification, airspace safety, and equipment maintenance. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department is no stranger to drone technology or the guidelines and regulations they must adhere to.
We still have to document all our flights. All the flights have to be recorded. The pilots have to log on so they know who's flying the drone at the time.
Officials say the new policy would not change how the Sheriff's Department operates, but rather create consistency across all county agencies. While the policy would only apply to county-run departments, other agencies across Riverside County already have set guidelines regarding drone technology within their own departments.
We want to make sure that we can't do things like put weapons on the drones. There's no AI facial recognition allowed on the drones. You can see our flights if there's ever a question about where that camera is facing and what it's doing.
In Cathedral City, police officers say they treat drone technology as a critical tool to keep communities safe while respecting federal rules.
We were signed up for a 3-day course that's put on for law enforcement drone flight. And part of that course is before you even start it, you have about 10 hours of homework. We go down to an airport, take the FAA test. We're certified pilots at that point.
According to the policy, all county departments will have 60 days to submit their own drone operation plans for review. For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Alondra Campos.
The Desert Healthcare District has approved more than $1.2 million in grants to expand primary and behavioral health services across the Coachella Valley. The board approved 3 grants, the largest over $1.1 million, and it goes to Coachella Valley Volunteers in Medicine. The funds will help sustain no-cost care at clinics in Indio and Palm Springs by covering staff salaries and clinic lease costs. An $80,000 grant was awarded to the Inland Empire Ronald McDonald House, supporting housing and mental health services for families with seriously ill children, including those from the valley.
The Aloe Palm Canyon apartments are officially open in Palm Springs. It's a 71-unit apartment complex reserved for affordable housing for those 55 and older. There are also on-site services to help residents maintain stability and independence. And according to Lift to Rise, a local nonprofit group focused on community housing, 25 of those living in the complex were previously unhoused.
Riverside County announcing the voter's office has sent 1.4 million vote-by-mail ballots for the November 4th special election that's stateside. To ensure your vote is counted, turn in your ballot at the Registrar of Voters office or any vote center in Riverside County before 8 p.m. on Election Day. Ballots need to be postmarked on or before Election Day and received no later than November 11th. Vote-by-mail ballots can be returned through the Postal Service as well. Early voting, the voting office begins October 6th, and it continues Monday through Friday, excluding county holidays, from 8 in the morning till 5 p.m. The registrar's office will open to voters on Election Day from 7 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside now. Our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. The sun awfully big there in your corner, almost looked like the moon that we saw last night. And we were excited this afternoon. The three of us went over to El Paseo, introduced Pablo to one of the prettiest parts of the valley today. The weather was gorgeous while we were out there.
It was gorgeous. We had a fun time doing a great promo. It was so much fun hanging out with you guys, and not a cloud in the sky, but that's going to change. We're going to be at the Firebirds game on Thursday and Friday. At the events. And there's going to be some rain, folks, which is very, very strange for this time of year. Normally between March and November, it's the dry season, so you never see rain. But I'm going to talk about that in a bit as we look at the hourly temps, 94 degrees, and then it's going to slowly start going down. But it was hot today. While we were shooting those promos, it was at least 98 degrees and some humidity. My hair was a complete mess because of the heat. And we can see here 97 in triple digits in Mecca. My first time seeing triple digits as a weathercaster here on NBC Palm Springs. Other high temperatures today, Palm Desert at 98, Thermal also at 98. But look at Banning, a high of just 86 degrees. Now look at the radar. No clouds at all, no rain, but that is going to change in the next couple of days, because if we see our 3-day forecast brought to you by our friends at Comfort Air, no clouds at all on Wednesday, but on Thursday we will have some rain. Now very little rain, just 0.05 inches of rain on Thursday, but it's still a 40% chance of rain. And on Friday, a 55% chance of rain with almost a quarter inch of rain, which again, for this time of the year is extremely, extremely rare. Usually just a 3% chance to get any kind of rain, but we will see some moisture, some precipitation on Thursday and on Friday. And I'll have more details coming up in my full weather cast. Keep watching NBC Palm Springs. Back to Olivia and Mark.
Pablo, thank you. And it should be a lovely evening for National Night Out in Indio tonight. That's where the police department is holding a community event. It's to build relationships and to promote public safety. Our Brett Rosen has the story.
Here in Indio, just outside the center stage, where this National Night Out will happen. And when I spoke with local law enforcement earlier, they tell me that yes, tonight is about getting to know the community, but because of the different demonstrations, it's also about education as well.
The event will start at 6 o'clock. We'll run until 8:30.
That's Officer Joel Osmond with the Indio Police Department talking about the National Night Out event happening at the center stage in Indio. Osmond says the reason this event is so important is because it brings the community together.
The event is a family-friendly, community-focused event where you can not only connect with your local law enforcement, but this year we have over 50 community partners that you can connect with and see what they have to offer here in the community.
During the National Night Out, multiple local food vendors will be set up as well, giving special opportunities to different businesses who want to get their name out there.
The city puts the effort to want to, put these events together to make our city thrive, then we got to put that same amount of effort into, all playing our part.
Officer Osmond says there will be multiple police demonstrations as well, one of which being a wrecked car, showing the dangers of impaired driving.
It's an amazing thing to be able to actually show somebody a vehicle that was involved in a traffic collision and hit it home, right? Hit it home on what the driver went through, what the passengers went through, and be able to educate in that way.
Getting to know the community and education, both the biggest things about tonight's National Night Out, according to local law enforcement. Here in Indio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Sunline Transit is providing free rides all this week as part of Rideshare Week. It takes place starting today. It runs through the 11th. Free rides are offered on the fixed route bus network. Rideshare Week encourages residents to use alternative modes of transportation, such as taking the bus, walking, biking, or sharing rides instead of driving alone.
This Saturday is the Martha's Village and Kitchen 5K Spooktacular. It starts at 8 a.m. at Ruth Hardy Park. There will be a lot to do there. Live music, kid zones, vendors, and a costume contest, so make sure you dress your best. The footage of the marathon that you see here is from their Thanksgiving 5K they hold every year. Registration is now open for both events. Every person who registers helps to fund the Palm Springs Navigation Center, where individuals experiencing homelessness can access a hot meal, get some case management, and get up to 2 years of housing while they work toward their own independence.
In Cathedral City, the Spooktacular Movie Nights is just getting underway over at the Community Amphitheater. Tonight's movie, The Nightmare Before Christmas. There's no registration needed. Food trucks will be there for a delicious bite. You can even bring your pets to enjoy the film as well.
Sounds like a fun time. Coming up next year on NBC Palm Springs, we've got the latest headlines, including the government shutdown as it hits air travel. We'll tell you who it's impacting right after the break.
Plus, Coachella Valley Firebirds gearing up for a big week before their home opener, which is on Friday night. Our Caitlin Kelly will join us live with that story. That's coming up.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Welcome back. The ongoing government shutdown is beginning to directly impact air travel. A dozen Federal Aviation Administration facilities across the country seeing staffing shortages overnight.
Ivan Rodriguez reports on the travel turbulence and how the Department of Transportation is responding.
The government shutdown is not just a Washington problem. It's now landing at airports across the country. The Department of Transportation says more than 13,000 air traffic controllers are expected to continue working through the government shutdown, but without pay. Some are starting to not show up. With the government shutdown sliding into its 7th day, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says air traffic controllers are wondering if there's an end in sight.
They're thinking about, am I going to get a paycheck?
Controllers are considered essential workers, so they must work during the shutdown, but are not being paid.
We want to make sure we have air travel safe and controllers focused not on their mortgages, not on the next paycheck, not on food on the table, but actually on making sure you and your family are safe.
12 FAA facilities saw staffing shortages Monday night. The control towers in Burbank, Phoenix, and Denver had so-called staffing triggers reported in the public FAA operations plan. Other facilities that handle air traffic around airports in Newark, New Jersey, Jacksonville, Florida, Chicago, Washington, D.C., and Indianapolis also were short-staffed, which in some cases caused hours-long delays.
If we have additional sick calls, we will reduce the flow consistent with a rate that's safe for the American people.
Former air traffic controller Harvey Skolnick says anytime a facility isn't staffed properly, it has a ripple effect.
It has an effect on breaks. It has an effect on controllers getting time off. It has an effect on training. And the job is tough enough as it is. And when you have to work 6 days a week, and now you're not getting paid on time, so everything has a cumulative effect in the FAA.
The FAA is expecting short staffing at some facilities across the country, according to its operations plan. Chicago's O'Hare International Airport Air Traffic Control Tower will be short-staffed until midnight. As for Hollywood Burbank Airport, the towers are not expected to shut down again, but without a full staff of controllers, delays are likely. Other facilities with short staffing include Nashville, Houston, Newark, and Las Vegas, and flights in the Boston area. I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is on the ground in Portland, Oregon today amid rising tensions and the Trump administration's crackdown on crime in select cities. Noem arriving this afternoon at a private terminal in Portland ahead of a meeting with Oregon Governor Tina Kotek, who has opposed military intervention in her state.
She tells me that she's here on the ground to assess the situation, talk to local law enforcement, and wants to keep the lines of communication open. That's why I wanted to meet with her, to make sure that she hears that from me as well. We need to resolve this in a way that people can lawfully demonstrate in a situation that is currently being handled by local law enforcement.
This as President Donald Trump now says he would consider invoking the Insurrection Act to deploy the military into cities like Portland and Chicago if courts block his deployment of National Guard troops.
Giving you a live look tonight from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Almost made it to the middle part of the work week. With the latest on the forecast for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, got Pablo Alsina. He's going to join us right after this. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Pablo Alsina, loving life in the desert. Just my second day on NBC Palm Springs. And look how beautiful the Walter Clark cam. Not a single cloud in the sky. Make sure to go outside and see that harvest supermoon. It's still going to look 100% full. It's not, but it's still going to look full because how close it is to Earth. Looking at the temperatures right now, Desert Hot Springs at 92, 29 Palms at 85. Palm Springs reaching as high as 97 degrees. Big Bear City, a very nice 64 degrees. Can't wait for snow season to go skiing every single day. Cabazon at 58 degrees, the low temperatures there. Banning at 55, and Palm Desert is going to go as low as 67 degrees. Idlewild with a low of 55. Now, if you're going for a late walk today, make sure to stay and watch the news, of course, at 6 o'clock and the Fred Rogan Report, but then go outside for a nice stroll. It's a beautiful night, not a single cloud in the sky. You're going to see the stars, you're going to see a giant moon, and then the temperatures will start going down. Midnight still 75 degrees in our area here in Palm Springs. Now our 7-day comfort air forecast. Wednesday, still no clouds, but the clouds will start coming in on Thursday and on Friday. Around a 20% chance of rain on Thursday. And again, between March to November is the dry season here, as you all know. So it's very strange to see any kind of rain or precipitation. Now, there won't be a lot of rain, about 1/4 of an inch on Friday and Thursday combined, but we'll still see rain, which is a normal. And of course, on Friday is the Firebirds' first game. So go out there. You might need a little poncho. Again, it won't be a lot of rain, but you will still see some rain, about a 55% chance that you will get wet on Friday, which again, it's not normal. Usually just a 3% chance of rain on any given day. Saturday, some clouds, and then the rest of the 7-day forecast, beautiful as always, with the temperatures starting to go down. I really like on Saturday and Friday temperatures going down. I'm Pablo Alsina. I'll be back with a lot more at 6 o'clock.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
And now, NBC Palm Springs Sports with Caitlin Kelly, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
The Firebirds season opener is this Friday, and ahead of the big game, there are events and pop-ups all week long that we will be reporting live from, and it all starts tonight at Spotlight 29 Casino. That's where our Caitlin Kelly is live. Caitlin, I see a lot of fans out there. I'm sure everyone is ready for that puck to hit the ice.
Yes, Olivia, fans are fired up, to put it simply, about this upcoming season, and especially that puck drop this Friday. I'm thrilled to be surrounded by so many season ticket holders, all here to meet the players. A few familiar faces and a lot of new faces, so very exciting for all of these season ticket holders to not just get a chance to watch these players, have a little bit of a Q&A, but actually have the chance to meet them in person and get autographs as well. I'm surrounded by a bunch of Firebirds fans, but I have Shane right here. Shane, can you talk to me a little bit about this helmet?
Yeah, so one of my coworkers, she was able to make this for me. So I had my tattoo artist going into this work for me as well. So she added, of course, the Firebirds primary logo, and then she added our secondary logo on there. Then she said, you know what, Shane, who's your favorite player on the team? I said, you know what, I have to go with Shane Wright. He has the same name as me, so we had to put Shane Wright's number on there. So maybe if he ever comes back down, we get him to sign it as well. So it's just a nice piece that I'm excited to have him sign.
Are you going to wear it to any games?
I was going to, but my wife probably wouldn't let me.
Okay, gotcha. And, you know, and I've also got quite the super fan here next to me, Glenn. Now, Glenn, I've heard that you are really good at starting Firebirds chants. Is that true?
Yes, it's easy to say that, yeah.
Can you show me what you're working with a little bit?
Hey, you ready with it?
All right, let's go.
Let's go Firebirds! Let's go Firebirds! Let's go Firebirds!
All right, I think fans are ready. Firebirds fans, are we ready for the season? Woo! Fans are fired up, as you can see here. We're going to be coming back here in our 6 o'clock broadcast, so you won't want to miss it. Live at Spotlight 29. I'm Caitlin Kelly. I'll send it back to you guys in studio.
All right, our thanks to Caitlin for that. Can't wait for Friday. Of course, you can watch the game itself on My Firebirds TV. That's KPSC. You've got the channel guide right there on your screen. Full coverage on Friday and for every home game of the Firebird season. We're going to take a quick break. We're back right after this.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
All right, before we go, check out these views. Vermont, world famous for its fall foliage that you're about to see after this hot air balloon takes off. Now, leaves are green because of the chlorophyll they use to absorb energy from sunlight during photosynthesis. And then they convert the energy into sugar to feed the trees. So when the days get shorter, the chlorophyll breaks down. Darker red leaves are the result of that chemical change. So if you wanted the science behind these gorgeous views, there you go. Or you could just say, ooh, ah, pretty.
Ooh,
Thank you, Pablo. Yeah, take some pictures.
All throughout New England.
Yeah, I've never been in a hot air balloon though.
Yeah.
Well, we have one locally. You'll have to check.